Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? I go by RB, Philly Take with RB. Welcome into Eagles post-game live. The Philadelphia Eagles fall to the Arizona Cardinals by a score of 33-26 in Week 15. The Eagles fall to 4-9-1 on the season, and my gosh, I mean, it took me a couple minutes to really gather my thoughts from what I just saw. First and foremost, man, I mean, holy man. My heart has not beat that fast in an Eagles game, maybe all season. I mean, this came down to the wire. This came down to so many little different, ins and outs, types of plays. I mean, what a game. First and foremost, what a battle. Shout out to the Arizona Cardinals. They won a tight one, even though they were playing sloppy. I thought the Eagles could have capitalized on this. With this loss, the Eagles somehow fall to last place in the NFC Least, and barring a miracle, our season is probably over, but holy crap. I'm almost taken aback by what I just saw. There's so many different things that we got to talk about in this game. Oh my gosh, man. I still can't believe what I just saw. The game ended like 5 minutes ago, and wow. You would have thought that this was a playoff game. You would have thought that this was a playoff atmosphere type of game. This is crazy, man. I'm trying to gather all my thoughts. We're going to start at the end because you know what? Well, that's what I just saw. And look, this game it was so tight down to the wire. There was some bad decisions we got to talk about. First off, I got to stop getting ahead of myself. Let me go ahead. I got to give a round of applause to number 2, man. Jalen Hurts. Even though he went 24 for 44. 24 for 44, 338 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, by the way. First Eagles quarterback since 2017 to throw for 3 touchdowns in the first half. But oh my, Jalen Hurts deserves a round of applause. This kid got down early. We were down 16-0. This kid pulled us out of the dirt, brought us back in it, and he played like a winner. Jalen Hurts played like a winner. Let me tell you guys something. We were going to talk about the whole Carson Wentz story today. If you didn't hear this morning, a thing came out from Adam Schefter saying that Carson Wentz apparently wants to be traded if he's not going to be the starter next year. Well, you know what? Goodbye, Carson. I can't believe this season. I cannot believe I'm saying this right now. Carson Wentz. I asked you guys a couple of weeks ago, has Wentz played his last snaps in an Eagles uniform? And a lot of people said no. Well, guess what? He has. Jalen Hurts is the future. And I can't believe it, but it's true. This kid played with heart. He played like a winner, and he did his thing. He brought us back in this. We're going to talk about why we lost this game, but going down to the last couple snaps, first and foremost, we get the ball back after our defense was, we're going to talk about the defense. A lot of people are going to be hard on them. I understand that the Cardinals had over 500 yards of offense, but you know what? For playing guys like Kevon Seymour, all right, Jalen Mills was our best guy on the secondary. We had 4th stringers in there. And you know what? The defense played hard. They did what they could. They did what they could for being 4th stringers, okay? They played hard. And we made stop after stop and got them back late in the second half. There were some stops that we capitalized on. Our Marcus Epps with an interception. All right, who else? A fumble forced by Michael Jacquet and Nickel Roby-Coleman. And oh my gosh, I mean, we made play after play to stay in this game. And it comes down to the 4th quarter, and we get the ball back after our defense stops, and the Cardinals just used up our timeouts. We get the ball back, and similar to the end of the first half when Jalen Hurts led us down the field in like a 10-play drive in 40 seconds, he leads us down all the way inside the 30-yard line of the Cardinals. And what do? Doug Peterson, oh my gosh, we're going to talk about Doug. 12 carries for Miles Sanders in the first half. I said, holy crap, it has finally hit Doug upside his head. And what does he do? He goes away from it. He doesn't give the running game. He doesn't supply it. And when we need it, when there are under 2 minutes to go in the game and you get inside the 30-yard line and you do not run the ball at all, and you start holding Jalen in the pocket, holding him in the pocket. And what does he do? He makes something out of nothing. He makes something out of nothing, man. We're moving the ball. Oh, my gosh. Oh, we were so close. And we're moving the ball. We got no timeouts. A 4th and 8 off the top of my head, and we converted to Travis Fulgham. Another hard third down. We converted to Alshon. Another hard third down to Rieger and Goddard and Ertz, and all these guys were involved. And the last couple plays of the game, we have time for 2 Hail Marys. And what do? We throw the first one to the end zone, so close to being caught. So close. Goddard has it in his arms, gets ripped. The ball comes out, so close. Oh, wait. That was on the third down call. That was on the third down. So when we converted, we threw it to the end zone. Dallas Goddard dropped it. And then on a 4th and 21, we go again, and it was incomplete. And then it turned it over. Then the Cardinals wasted. We used our timeouts. They punted it back, and then we had the Hail Marys. So much happened in this game, I'm getting confused. So they used our timeouts. We get it back to around the 50, and Jalen Hurts throws a Hail Mary. The first one is overthrown, incomplete. And you know what? The second one, I don't know if you guys saw this, but I'm kind of mad right now. Because the second Hail Mary, we throw it down the field. There's a lot of guys in the area. I tweeted it out. The ball tips off of, I think it was Alshon. I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Alshon or Travis. They both jump up. Somebody hits the ball, right? And Dallas Goddard is sitting in front of it. Doesn't matter. Who knows? But the ball was sitting in front of Dallas Goddard, who was in front of the big Hail Mary pile. The ball literally dropped like 1 foot in front of his right foot. And all he had to do was go down and get it. And we might catch that. We might tie this game up. Just the every second, like my heart was beating the whole fourth quarter. But look, man, Jalen Hurts played heroic in this game. You can look at the stat line, but you know what? The pressure was coming crazy. The O-line was breaking down, and Hurts was making plays. He was making plays. However, there are some things Hurts has to correct. We know that, right? He took a couple bad sacks. Later, when we got down inside the red zone, I think, or at the 30, Jalen Hurts took 2 bad sacks in a row. That cannot happen. That cannot happen. But he did all he could. No running game given to him. And Doug Peterson, man. Doug Peterson, man. You know what? A lot of people are going to think Doug Peterson brought us back. I'm sorry, man. Doug lost us this game again. Jim Schwartz, okay, look. Jim Schwartz, he was playing soft. He sent a couple blitzes, but overall, I mean, when you got DeAndre Hopkins on the other side of the field, when you got Kyler Murray just going pass after pass, and we got all these guys who I barely even know out at the secondary, and it's hard to stop them. It really is. But my gosh, Doug Peterson, there are like 5 plays in my head that stand out from this game. Where do we start? Doug Peterson, number 1. The fact, like I said, that he goes away from the running game and he just keeps throwing. 5 carries for Sanders in the second half as compared to 12 in the first. Just gets away from it. Wasn't designing rollouts for Jalen Hurts, etc. Number 2, the Eagles score a touchdown, and we go down by 6 points before the halftime. It is 26-20. It is 26-20. Jalen Hurts with a heck of a throw. Greg Ward with a heck of a toe tap. 54 seconds we go down the field. 7 plays for Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles want to go for it for 2 points. Can somebody please explain to me why? 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 What are you going for it? Why are we going? We are down 6. If you take the extra point, it could go a long way. And we go for 2. Miles gets stuffed up the middle. Next play. We go down in the second half. And Doug Peterson ends up going for it on 4th, and I think it was 4th and 3. Luckily, Jalen bailed him out and ran it in for a touchdown, but that was risky as well. And then again, we go and we score another touchdown. And Cameron Johnson is out of the game. The Eagles punter, Cam Johnson, is out of the game. He got hurt. How our punter got a head injury, I don't know. But please tell me how instead of either going for 2 or having, I don't know, a backup quarterback hold the snap, he puts Zach Ertz out there as our emergency holder. And the snap is low by Jason Kelce. The ball's in the dirt. We pick it up. Nothing happens. 26-26. Luckily, Jalen bailed him out. But are you kidding me? I just don't understand. So the one time that you don't have a snapper or a holder, you want to go for the extra point. But yet, every other time when we didn't need to, we go for 2. I don't get it. Just mind-boggling decisions. Mind-boggling decisions. And then there's so many other things, man. It's like too much to talk about. They go away from Sanders. All right, Travis Fulgham gets 2 big receptions late in this game, in the last drive. Where was he at? We haven't used him in 5 weeks. First off, Alshon Jeffrey. Can we talk about Alshon Jeffrey for a second? And we're going to get to the comments. Don't worry. I mean, I just got to talk about this. Alshon Jeffrey had 2 catches for 63 yards, but he had about 3 or 4 plays where Patrick Peterson got called for PI, and that's unusual for him. That's uncharacteristic for a guy of that caliber. And Alshon is out there fighting every play. He's trying to get separation. He's throwing his hands up. He's pumping his chest. He's doing everything. Not once did I see Alshon Jeffrey even attempt to create separation when Carson Wentz was under center. Right, Alshon Jeffrey can catch balls for Nick Foles. He can catch them for Jalen. He can do whatever he wants. But I think I'm starting to see something coming here. There are players who believe in Wentz on this team, and there are just guys who don't. This team played hard. No matter what happened today, you can say they played hard, and I give them credit, and I commend them for that. But with a couple other decisions, and the safety by Jalen Hurts, I mean, just stupid. I know he's a rookie, but come on, that can't happen in the end zone. So you take those 2 points. You take the extra point that Doug doesn't go for, and he goes for 2, and then you take the other extra point where he throws Zach Ertz out there to hold the snap. That's 4 points right there. Wasted, man. But man, this Eagles offense, they fought. And I saw adjustments from the Cardinals in the second half, but man, Jalen Hurts, I mean, the kid did what he could. Again, 3 touchdowns, over 300 yards passing. And in the first half, we had what? We had 8 different guys with a reception. Jalen Hurts spreads the ball. I think they like playing for this guy. I do. Zach Ertz had 69 yards. Alshon had 63. What is going on with this team? Jalen Reagor, 5 catches for 49 yards. Quez Watkins, what a move by Quez Watkins early in this game for a 32-yard touchdown. Threw a screen out to him and threw it to him in a flat, and he does a cut and turns does a 180 and runs all the way for the touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 4 catches for 39 yards. Travis, 2 catches for 30 yards. Miles Sanders, a catch for 26 yards. I mean, what the heck? This team has just they just play different under Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts had 11 carries. I would say about maybe 3 of those were designed. So Jalen's decisiveness was worse than last week, but he still played well. He made decisions, and he can't take those sacks. He cannot take those sacks. Arizona had what? They had 6 sacks, and that cannot happen. And late in this game, he took 2 bad sacks back to back. But I'm really trying to understand here the scheme of not running the ball when you get down the field, and we just needed one maintained drive, and we did not do that. We did not do that. Another thing is that there was no discipline in this game. The Eagles had 9 penalties for 69 yards? Not good. Too many false starts. The O-line was breaking down. Crazy. Shout out to Lost and Reverence. Appreciate the $10 super chats. Is great and hard fought win for the Cards, but kudos to the Eagles. They fought hard, and Jalen Hurts looked great. Best wishes to the Eagles and their fans. I hope they win in the last 2 games. Hey, appreciate you, my guy. Shout out to you. The Cardinals, look, they deserve it. They won the game, and shout out to you. But look, I got to be honest. The Cardinals played sloppy today. Kyler played good, but at times, he was dropping the ball. There were a couple fumbles. D-Hop fumbled early in this game. And for the Eagles won the turnover battle 3-0 today. And the only games of the year that we actually won the turnover battle, we won. So for us to force 3 turnovers with a lot of guys who I can barely recognize on this defense, and for the Cardinals to win that game, perseverance. Shout out to them. Crazy. But my gosh, Cardinals had 526 yards of offense. It's crazy, man. The Eagles finished this game throwing the ball 44 times and running it 29. Now, in the first half, the Eagles had 18 pass plays and 16 runs. But again, Doug gets pass happy in the second half. If Doug calls a better game down the stretch, I think we might win this. But I don't know, man. I saw a lot of heroics out of this young quarterback, and we're going to talk more about this report and whether it's true in terms of Carson Wentz wanting out. But all I know is that Carson was sitting there on the sideline. I saw multiple times where he's just, looking at the film, trying to get engaged, but he knows it's coming to him. We'll save our opinions for that later on, but man, Jalen Hurts showed me a lot, and it came down to the very last play, 2 Hail Marys, and we just couldn't get the job done. But I'm proud of how this team played. I am, and I do think we could have won this game. I do. But wow, to go up against the top defense in the NFL last week, and then to go up against this team who's on the brink of a playoff berth, and they're fighting for their life, and, to play like that, again, we started down 16-0. Hurts came out of this game terrible. But the way that he came back and fought, and that's all I want to see. He looked poised. He looked calm, cool, and collected. He was just in the pocket getting these guys going. And he can get us down the field in the blink of an eye. But the biggest difference from him to Carson is that Jalen Hurts, it just can move with his feet. He's a dynamic threat quarterback because he can take off at any time. And now Doug has to roll him out. Doug has to get him out of the pocket because at times in his game, he was just sitting there, and that can't happen. That's why he's taking sacks, just like Carson did. But what I see from Jalen Hurts is, I saw how many plays this season with Carson Wentz did you see where we're throwing a lob down the sideline for anybody? I never saw that. I saw about 4 to Jalen Reagor today. I saw about 4 to Alshon Jeffrey. He's got a nice touch on his pass. I can't lie. The only thing I see out of Jalen Hurts is he's got to work on that screen pass. But I got to give credit, man. We fought hard. We played hard. And Damn. This is this the end of Carson Wentz? Because look, it's just 2 games, but what I've seen is Jalen Hurts is playing good. Both teams had 9 penalties. We held the ball for 5 more minutes in time of possession. Now we did miss some tackles. I don't know how much stock I can put into this defense playing with all these. This reminded me of 2018 because there were so many guys injured and then more kept getting injured. Oh, man. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. We're gonna get some thoughts up in here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. If you guys are in here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, man. We're on the road to 6K subs. What do you guys think? What are your guys' instant takeaways from this game? From Carson and Jalen, from Alshon Jeffrey? I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Because we have a lot to talk about. Sadly, it doesn't look like it's going to work out for us, even though Washington lost, even though Dallas, I don't think is going to do anything, and the Giants are playing soon. Barring, if a miracle happens, we can do it, but who knows? Who knows? Shout out to Jersey Boy. Appreciate the $2 super chat. Says tough loss, but Hurts is the real deal. Hey, I got to agree with you, my guy. He's looking like the real deal. For him to come in and play, given no preseason, no OTAs, nothing, just come in here and play like this without an offensive coordinator, with half a quarterback's coach, with Doug Peterson, who loves to get away from complimentary football. For Jalen Hurts to play this way, man, he's very much impressed me. My gosh. And this, because in the first quarter, man, I'm getting worried. I'm like, like reality's starting to set in. Jalen, we go down early. We make a couple bad drives, 3 and outs. And I'm like, oh no. Like now Carson Wentz requested a trade, or he's going to, and Jalen Hurts isn't looking polished. What do we do? But my gosh, the kid played with heart, and this team rallied around him. That's really all I can say. But hey, and one more time, if you guys are just tuning in, go back and look at that last play of the game. I'm still hurt by that because I really think Dallas Goedert, the ball fell right in front of his feet. He could have grabbed that. And it almost felt, by the way, like every time the Eagles got a score, it seemed like Arizona just stormed back on us. And when we got a good stop on D, we couldn't capitalize. But my gosh, we got a quarterback problem here in Philadelphia. So let me know what you guys are thinking. With that being said, we're about to get into the comments. We got 220 in the chat. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, please. I've talked for 25 minutes now. You guys let me know what you're thinking, because I'm almost dumbfounded, and this is crazy. The Eagles went 3 for 4 on 4th down. Doug Peterson has to stop that stuff. He's getting out of hand with it. But so many things happen in this game, and it's just like, how? Jake Elliott with a heck of a punt? Jake Elliott punted better than Cam Johnson did. Maybe that's why we paid Jake Elliott all that $20 million to be our punter. Who knows? And again, I don't know all the guys that went out, but I know Slay wasn't in, Maddox, McLeod, they were already out. And then Josh Sweat goes out, Cox went down, I think Malik Jackson went out. So many guys got hurt. Alex Singleton played well. This is crazy, man. Look, I'm going to try to hit some of these comments. What are you guys thinking about this quarterback situation? What do you think about this team? Because I've been talking too much. Last thing I'm going to say, I really started to get flashbacks here, because it seems like the last 3 years, Doug Peterson, no matter what, with our backs against the wall, right? Our backs against the wall. It's like somehow, some way, this team even though we are decimated to the end of our roster, we find a way to come back in at the end of the season. And I'm sitting here in the 4th quarter and I'm biting my neck. I'm like, this is not happening right now. After last year, I'm like, nothing can be crazier, right? And we go and beat the Saints last week. I'm like, oh my gosh, we might beat Arizona. And then the destiny's ours. But wow. All I can say is that I'm proud of this team. Let's see what everyone else is thinking, man, because this is the worst division I've ever seen, and I can't believe we're actually still mathematically in this at 4-9-1. Reaper Talent says we fought hard, not disappointed. I hear you. Hurts has 2 good games, and now it's trade Wentz. LOL. See, what are you a Niners fan? Because it would make sense. Like, you have to be here and you have to watch these games, game in and game out, to understand. I still believe in the talent of Carson Wentz. Don't get that twisted. But he needs a change of system and scenery. It is not going to. I've come to the realization today that bang the gavel, do whatever you got to do. I'm telling you, Carson Wentz and Doug Peterson are not a good match. Doug does not coach well when it comes to Carson. I don't know why, but he doesn't coach to Carson's strengths. It just is what it is. I'm being honest. We're still in the playoffs. Giants have to lose tonight, and next week we have to beat Dallas. Washington has to lose against Carolina. NFC East will be down to the Philly-Washington game. That's a lot to happen. If we won this game, I would have been confident that we might honestly be able to win. Honestly, it's crazy. 526 yards. Yeah, look, I'm pissed off about it, but then I just look at who's on the defense, and I'm, Marcus Epps, Kevon Seymour, Michael Jacquet. Honestly, that dude was all over the field. He looked like a diamond in the rough to me. I mean, making tackles, bringing down D-Hop. I know he got beat a couple times, okay? But he was one-on-one on D-Hop, and he tried his best. He played hard. He forced the fumble. He played okay to me. For being an undrafted guy, he played okay. But it's more so the scheme of Jim Schwartz, and you guys know I never agree with it, not bringing pressure. And he brought a couple blitzes, but he didn't stay persistent. You know what I mean? So, AZ Sports Fan, what's going on? My guy says, hey, bro, great game. Hey, shout out to my guy, AZ Sports Fan, one of the best Cardinals content creators on YouTube, man. Good game to you guys. You guys played hard. So, man. Bruce, what's going on? Shout out to all my members in the chat. Bruce says, Hurts looked very good in his second start. He looked good in his first 2 starts, being honest. I mean, he looks like he's already matured, honestly. Demon Badger says we really need another cornerback. Yeah, I like what Michael Jacquet is showing me. I really liked what he was showing me in his game. What did D-Hop finish with in this game? I know at one point he had like 180 yards. He was going off. Kyler Murray, 406 yards. My gosh. He had that boneheaded interception in the fourth quarter, but wow. D-Hop had 170 yards. 170. Man. Larry Fitz with his first touchdown of the year. Oh, man. I think the secondary is more important to fix. You can get a stud wide receiver in the second or third round. Yeah, if we have the right people drafted. That's another thing. John Dorsey, the guy from the Browns we brought in, and hopefully he's going to take over roles in terms of drafting. I mean, he's a guy that brought in Pat Mahomes to Kansas City. He brought in Kareem Hunt. He brought in Nick Chubb in Mayfield in Cleveland. So who knows what's going to happen? Honestly, who knows what's going to happen? Hey, shout out to Cool Man Trev. Appreciate the $5 super chat. My guy says, what's up, RB? This was a phenomenal game today. It's crazy, right, Trev? And Eagles fans, look, it's crazy how we can say how this was a phenomenal game and we lost. But yet some of the games we won, earlier in the season with Carson, like we still did not feel good. You know what I mean? I felt good even if we won or lost because we played hard and we were in it. Like, my chest was bumping. Like, I was not disengaged. I was screaming at the TV. Like, I was not engaged in an Eagles game like this in about 5 to 6 weeks, honestly. Like, I was excited watching this game. It had a playoff feel to it. I can't even lie. Like, crazy. It really is crazy. Lesson learned says, did you see Wentz is demanding a trade? Yeah. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. Like, I kind of hinted on it. I'm going to get thoughts on that from you guys, but at this point, I don't see why he wouldn't, because, man, it's like this game was just like watching his job crumble. Like, I don't know. Crazy. Shout out to Anton Deckman. Shout out to my members, man. Appreciate you. My guy says, good call on Goddard. I feel like a lot of people didn't see it, to be honest, but I'm telling you, Dallas Goddard could have had that. It was almost like a miracle in the making, honestly. And I'm like, come on, Dallas. But hey, we got 227 in the chat. We got 84 likes. Can we get that to 120 likes? Everybody hit that like button for a second. I'm going to read more of the comments. Oh, man. It's crazy how we're like amped up, even though our season might be over, but we fought. We fought hard. I saw a fight in this team. Just in like 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to get to this Carson Wentz thing. Man. Hurts so good. It was a bad snap. BL hit the ground. Oh, man. They do not give up. I agree. The problem was they have D-Hop and you don't. Yeah, well, at the end of the day, like, that's what I'm saying. I can't be mad because they had D-Hop. They have Larry Fitz. They have Christian Kirk. I can't be mad at these corners for trying their best. They're just not good enough. And it is what it is. Hurts saved Peterson twice in the red zone in the first half. I agree. Look, these calls by Doug are they are mind-boggling. I feel like he's done one in every game this season. And I'm still waiting for an explanation. Please let me know in the chat if you guys have an explanation. Because we can do the Doug impersonations in a little while, and I'll tell you exactly what Doug is going to say to the media. But when you are 6 points down, you just get a touchdown. You bring it to within 6 after, being down 16 before that. And you end up fighting back. You come down 6. You get a 1. You kick the extra point. You're down 5. You get the 2 points. You're down 4. So what difference does that make? Please tell me, what difference does that make? It's crazy, man. He doesn't make any sense. He's not a play caller, man. Not at all. Demon Badger says Wentz will go to Indy or Denver if he leaves, in my opinion. Well, it's wherever we want to trade him and whoever's going to take the contract. Now, I could see John Elway biting on a contract like that. You do have a point. You do. Carson to the Colts. Great game. I can't be upset. It's just heartbreaking. The team looks better with Hurts in there. Defense did the best. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And look, all right, let's take one step back and realize one thing. No matter what we say about this player, about that player, this football team is too injured and we still don't have enough talent to compete. Like, we know that, right? We got to, give ourselves a reality check here. It's not like we're some 12-win team like we thought we were at the beginning of the year. No, we're just not that talented. But, by the way, I think they said this was our 13th offensive line combination, and that's the most in NFL history in a season. And we're in week 15. I mean, that's crazy. That is crazy. 13 different offensive line combinations. That's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. This is the most exciting Eagles game we've had in a long time. No doubt about it. Like, I was pumped watching this game. It was, for once, it brought me that sense of energy, that sense of life. Like, I was actually excited watching this. I'd rather start Jacob Eason over Wentz and Indy. We need an offensive coordinator that can keep the rhythm of the offense rolling. Dion, you're exactly right. He's Dion the musician. Great reference. Look, when we are running the ball, look, I'm telling you guys, our best offensive asset, no matter what you guys think, is Miles Sanders. Like, he is the future, and we can build around. And when you have Miles Sanders and you have Jalen Hurts and you have that threat of Hurts pulling it back, even though that one play where he tried to read option and it didn't come out right, when you have that threat of Jalen being able to run and Miles, I mean, that is a scary duo. It really is. Now, I'm wondering in the second half if Jalen, it almost seemed like they told him to stop running because he was getting it going. And then in the second, mostly in the third quarter, he's just sitting in a pocket. And I'm like, why? Roll this man out. Use your running backs. Like, use your quarterback's legs. But I'm telling you, this is the same thing that happened with Carson. In his first year, a lot of people were saying, don't run, you're going to get hurt. And now I feel like people are going to say the same thing about Jalen. But the thing is, he's more decisive, and he is fast, man. He's fast. He can make plays. Oh, man. Hurts is incredible. Team is done. I don't care if the team is done. I want to hire a draft pick. Look, at this point, I think we're 8th in the league. And if we don't win the game last week, we might be 5th or 4th. But it's crazy. We would be ahead of Dallas now. We're going to the playoffs. Bird Gang says Travis Fulgham. It's kind of scary that we aren't eliminated. I agree. Crazy. You don't tank when you're evaluating a rookie quarterback. Look, what I think is that the young guys, like even Quez Watkins, like a 6th rounder, like you throw him in there and Quez Watkins was fast, my guy. Quez was fast. But yeah, John Hightower's a healthy scratch. J Jaw's a healthy scratch. I say we rock with Quez Watkins, Travis Fulgham, and Dallas Goedert. That's our core of the future, honestly. That's my opinion. Jim says that was a great game. It really was. It felt like a playoff atmosphere. Hurts reminds me of Justin Herbert. Let's see. Can't get rid of Wentz. Too much lost money, says Juan. Look, I feel you. It's going to be hard to get rid of him. It really is. We might have to include something else just to get rid of him. Bruce says, let's get those likes up for our guy, RB. Hey, everybody in the chat, hit the like button. Let's get it to 150. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're going to keep reading these comments. I feel like I've talked a lot and I've said a lot, but I feel like there's just so much that went into this game. And we're about to talk about this Carson Wentz thing in a couple minutes. But, man, let me know what you guys are thinking. There's no way you can keep both of them. I don't think the Eagles can fix Wentz. He needs to change of scenery. I agree. I like Carson. I agree. I still believe in Carson, the talent, but he's got to be coached different. He's not the same quarterback. And, he needs a different system. He needs an offensive coordinator or a quarterback's coach like John DeFilippo to get on him, honestly. Carson can't handle competition. Hey, we're about to talk about this because I really want everybody's opinion in here. We got 215 in the chat. I'm going to want everybody's opinion on this, to be honest. Doug doesn't coach well for Jalen either. I disagree. I think at times he does, but it's just Doug's nature to get pass happy. But the last 2 weeks, he is, even in the first half, he's coached much better than he does for Carson. Much better. Love Hurts' poise and composure, always chill, and runs the offense. Still not sure about trading Wentz. His value is low right now. Yeah, there's a couple guys like that. Ertz. What do you guys think of Ertz? I mean, it sucks that we didn't trade him before because now look at where we're at for the value of a guy like Ertz. Who's going to want to get him and pay him? You know what I mean? Did you get a new microphone? Nah, it's the same microphone, just a different setup and everything, but I'm sure it sounds a little bit different. Nick says Wentz doesn't care about the money. He'd rather play than sit on the bench. We do him a lot of money, but he wants to win a championship. Losing Slay killed us. Hey, I miss Big Play Slay. Fulgham needs more snaps. There's no way he should be on the field for 5 drives. Also, our defense will be solid when everyone's healthy. I hear you. I don't know what the future holds for Jim Schwartz, but for Travis Fulgham, you're right. For him to come down and get 2 catches, I mean, it really, that's when we're going to use him late in the game. We go away from this guy. He's been he's still one of our top leading receivers. I just don't know. I feel like the player personnel and the talent evaluation on this organization is just bad. I really do. Hurts is mobile. Wentz can't move anymore. Say your ideal Carson trade, please. I have no clue. And whatever team takes Carson and takes his money, that's my ideal Carson trade. I mean, that's all we can hope for, really. Who's going to gamble on Wentz and take his money? It's crazy. It's only 2 games, but he showed more than Wentz the whole season. I think the defense needs a better coach. I agree with that. I agree. I don't know about the future of Jim Schwartz. I really don't. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't like the scheme. I never have liked it. BLSG says 243 in here, only 81 likes. Everybody hit that like button. You guys know what to do, man. Everybody smash that like. Even if he's not the starter, Wentz has to be on a team next year unless you can trade him to a dumb franchise. Well, if someone takes him, they're going to be in the market for a starter. They're going to be trying, so. Woo! Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Everybody hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Carson is still an awesome quarterback. Don't hate. I'm not hating at all. I'm telling it how I see it. I just don't think he fits here anymore. I don't think there's a match here. I don't think Doug and him are a good match. I don't. He's going to start somewhere next year. It's just crazy. I've said for a few years, D-Hop best wide receiver in the league. Yeah, and he got traded, and Bill O'Brien didn't even get a first round back for him. It's crazy. If Slay is back, then Cooper won't get near it. Now, are all of the fans convinced that we suck? Yeah, I mean, we just aren't a good football team. We knew that, but you're sounding like a youth soccer coach, and L is an L no matter what happens. Wentz once out, and our play calling is still bad. Our O-line defense are awful. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think we're banged up. I think that, we knew that this isn't a good football team, but I'm just being honest. We played harder today than we did any other game this season, and that's a fact. I keep it how it is. 338 yards, no picks, 3 touchdown passes, 1 rushing touchdown, and Doug needs to look over the film. Classic Doug. Cooper always kills the Eagles DBs, though. They don't give up. We should trade Wentz for a first-round pick, so we'll have 2 in this year's draft. I don't think we're getting a first back for Carson. Eagles actually looked like a good team that happened to lose as opposed to a dumpster fire. Exactly. Goddard had the ball knocked out of his hand. Great defensive play by Murphy. Yeah, but Goddard, I'm telling you, that last Hail Mary, it was right there. It bounced off the pile and it landed in front of Goddard's foot. All he had to do was lay out, and he had it. I'm telling you, I don't understand why he didn't die for that. I'm a big Goddard fan, but I don't understand it. Most exciting game of the year, no doubt. Sixers got me hyped. Oh, man, the Sixers, I am so ready for Wednesday. I cannot wait. I can't wait. Browns fan checking in. You guys played hard and are on the right track. You can still win your division. Have faith. Hey, shout out to a Browns fan saying that. You guys got it. Go ahead and kick the Giants for us tonight, would you? Go ahead and do that. Jalen Hurts is the quarterback of the future for Philly. All right, so let me read a couple more, and then we're going to talk about this whole Wentz thing. And then really, I mean, we kind of covered this game, but me personally, I feel like bad decisions by Doug just linger on this team, and I feel like if some things are just called different or just different situational things, we could have won this game. But we played hard, so that's all I asked for. I look for my team to play hard. And I haven't seen fight like I did today. RB, hope you're doing good. Who do you think would be the best person if we fire Doug to replace him in your ideal Wentz trade? I don't know, and I don't know. If I'm being honest with you, I think Doug is going to end up staying. And I think Wentz is going to be put in the trade block, but we'll see. We'll see how that's going to go. You see when Hurts fumbled the ball, then recovered, then throw a completed pass. That was fine. Yo, that was one of my favorite plays of this game. I forgot about it. There were so many things that happened in this game. For Jalen to fumble that ball and to pick it up, I think it was a 3rd and long, and to run to his right and throw it off 1 foot. That was amazing. That was amazing. And I noticed how these guys just seem to fight hard and get open for Jalen Hurts. Eric Bieniemy or Lincoln Riley, which is not happening. Rick Bennett, what's going on? Says this game, I'm not upset about the loss. It seems weird that I'm not mad about the loss. This was such an intense game that my mom was even yelling at the TV. Exactly. I was yelling at the TV. I hear you, though. I agree. Hurts is the future of Philly. The thing is, what if they don't trade Wentz? He probably won't show up to training camp. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't, but, man. See you next week at Dallas, but good game. Hey, good game. What's up with Wentz not wanting to be a back? Hey, we're about to talk about it now. Hey, I need everybody down in the chat. Let me know. Okay, so if you guys didn't hear, again, Carson Wentz, there was a story that came out. I'm going to read the tweet. Might as well read it because I don't want to misstate anything. But it was from Adam Schefter, so I'm like, all right, it has to have some validity to it. And the one thing that pisses me off is that this came out on a Sunday morning as we are preparing to play an important game. And it's come so you know these guys use social media day in and day out. Like they're on their phones before the game, all that type of stuff. So you don't think Jalen Hurts is, on his phone? You don't think he saw that story? Like, really, you're going to wait till Sunday morning to put that out? I think that's absolutely ridiculous. That's number one. Number two. Here's what Adam Schefter said in his tweet. While questions have persisted about what the Eagles will do with Carson Wentz, the more appropriate question will be what Carson Wentz will do with the Eagles. Sources believe Wentz is not pleased with recent events there. And then John Clark said something. He was like, Carson apparently wants to be out of Philadelphia if he has to be the backup next season. Like if Jalen Hurts is here and he's a starter, Wentz wants to be out of there. Now, again, I'm not a reporter. I don't know if that is a valid statement. I don't know if Wentz said it. I don't know if they're going to ask him or what. But I am confused as to why it would come out on a Sunday morning. And then in addition to that, what is going on with this whole situation? Here's my thoughts on it. You guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments right now. Again, I like Carson as a guy. I don't know if he said this, but there has been chatter before about Wentz and the type of person he is. Now, listen, if Carson Wentz did say it, I don't know if he did, but then here is my rebuttal to Carson if he did say it. Well, you know what? That's a loser mentality. That for you to come out and do something like that on a Sunday or have it come out this week when Jalen Hurts is making a second start and played a great game and is coming out and having to play another game. If you were to say that and the Eagles aren't mathematically eliminated and Jalen just played a great game, you want to commend them, you want to be that teammate on the sideline, I don't go for that. I don't go for that at all. If Wentz, if this is true, if Wentz did say this type of thing, you cannot come out here and do that. Like that loses a lot of respect from a guy like me. If we're at the end of the season and we're done, then you know what? Say what you want. Say it. But really right now, how about you? You know what? You can't be scared of competition. Are you that scared of going to camp next year and competing? And who cares? I mean, if I'm Carson Wentz and I'm sitting on a bench making $32 million, well, so be it. I'm making $32 million. That's my thoughts on it. That's my thoughts on it. And again, I don't know if he said it. I don't like that the media put it out on a Sunday morning. But at the end of the day, what are you, scared of competition? Come on. I understand the Eagles have done Carson Wentz wrong with the organization. The Eagles organization has done Carson wrong over the years, but I don't know. Jalen Hurts is the 9th quarterback in NFL history with at least 4 touchdown passes and no picks in his first 2 starts. He's playing great. And he had, 63 rushing yards today. Had over 100 last week. I mean, he can throw the ball. Next year, the Eagles will be good with Hurts starting. Trade Wentz and let him be an MVP in Indy. Can't stand Peterson wasting his talent. Even when Hurts still need to fix that O-line. I agree. There's still a lot of problems on this team going forward. We got to cut some of these old guys, these big contracts, honestly. Man. It's crazy. Hurts and Miles is a great combo in the league. I agree. Hurts and Sanders bring an element that's really hard to game plan for, to be honest. You just say build around a running back. Yeah, wake up. Wake up. Miles Sanders is a stud. And people don't realize that because Doug doesn't use him the right way. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. All our big pass plays come with Alshon Jeffrey. Alshon had 2 catches. He had about 3 or 4 PIs, but I'm telling you, he fought more for Jalen Hurts. He did. Need more Sanders? Exactly. Exactly. Once teams have film on Hurts, he will not be able to run on teams who will just be another quarterback. Well, we'll see. It depends what you put around him and how you call the plays. So Wentz needs to go, in my opinion. Wentz changed a lot of plays, wasn't always on Doug. I mean, we don't know. There's a lot of different opinions on it, to be honest. RB new head coach. You already know, my guy. Who do you think would be the best person if we fire Doug? Yeah, I don't know, man. It depends what other teams' situations are looking like and what we're looking like, honestly. Guess it's coming out how much Wentz was changing plays. We need to focus on defense during the draft. What are we going to do about Howie? Look, again, they've been talking about this guy, John Dorsey. I don't know what we need to do. We need to get an evaluator of talent in here. Howie's course is run. It's over. Look, this is what I'm saying. Even if the Eagles get a top 10 pick, I don't trust Howie Roseman to make that pick. I do not. I don't. Not at all. Goddard dropped the dime in the end zone touchdown. I agree. Now, the first one that Goddard did drop, it was tight coverage. Goddard did what he could on that first one. I mean, he went to war. It was a one-on-one, and a guy ripped it. It was a good coverage, right? I still think he could have caught it. He almost did. But I'm telling you, this Hail Mary, he had the last play of the game. Goddard could have picked that up, honestly. I think Wentz just was in his head. He was in Nick's shadow, and then Jalen was there. He let that cloud his judgment, and that's why he started playing wild and hero ball. I don't know. In my opinion, it was a culmination of a lot of things, Wentz included, but the organization included. Like they built a statue and a shrine for Nick Foles, and then they kept him around. And then we go out. We never really got Wentz, like, a D Hop. We could have. D Hop was available. Didn't go out and get him. Didn't even try. We never got him an OBJ. We never got him a player like that. And we get away from running the ball. There's just a lot of things, man. And then the poor drafting, like we get how about JJ Arcega-Whiteside? Do you guys know how upset I am every week to see JJ J-Jaw as a healthy scratch? Like, that's just disappointing. That's just disappointing. J-Jaw is one of the biggest busts I've seen. Honestly. Need more miles. Carson and a 5th for the Colts first. It works in Madden, so hopefully it works in real life. How about that? Indy's the only team who could take that gamble on Wentz. Exactly, but I have a boy who's a Colts fan. He has a YouTube channel, and he does not want him based off what he has seen. Like, do they actually want him? Shout out to Derek Roberts. Appreciate the $2 super chat. My guy says, you are better situated than my Cowboys. You have a quarterback. Isn't that crazy? I mean, this whole season has been insane, but I don't know what the Cowboys are going to do. I think we're both in trouble, and we both got to make some adjustments for next year, honestly. We will trade Wentz for someone else with a bad contract. I don't know. And everybody called Howie Roseman a cap god, myself included. But when you look at it, like, I don't know, most of the extensions that Howie signed really didn't work out. In 2017, Howie was a genius. Like, he picked up Jay Ajayi for a 4th round. He got LeGarrette Blount, on a short deal. Like, everything we did, and every guy we brought in had a career year. But, like, after that, I don't know. I don't like a lot of the moves, in my opinion. Jim plays too much man coverage. If he's going to play man defense, we need more cover two schemes. I don't know. I just feel like Jim, when he loses personnel or when things get tight or just in a crucial situation, I feel like Jim just takes his foot off the gas pedal. Like, I will always be a guy to say send the blitz, man. I mean, look at the talent we have. We can't just always rely on four. Try the Jets, who's losing the Trevor sweepstakes. I can't believe the Jets won a game. That's crazy. Jets really did themselves in, to be honest. Crazy that Hopkins doesn't get doubled at all times. Well, I hear you, but at the same time, it's like we don't even have enough men to like do anything. Like this reminds me of 2018 when we were that banged up. I mean, that year we had anybody playing cornerback. Anybody. Doug wrote a book called Fearless, but he is coaching like he's about to lose his job any moment. Yeah, and you know, I just think that in 2017, like I feel like in 2017 everything worked, right? Everything worked. And you just got to stop. Like you have to realize at one point like you can't go for two every time. You can't go for it on 4th and 6 every time and expect it to work. Like it's just crazy. Oh yeah, how about that fake punt from Arizona? That's one play we didn't talk about. That was crazy. That was ballsy as hell. I can't believe they did that and it worked. It worked. I'm so happy we don't have to see our quarterback tuck under pressure. It's crazy, man. Eagles are 65 mil over the cap, 21 pending free agents. Even if you roll over the cap from this year and get rid of Jackson and Alshon, the Eagles are still 29 mil over the cap. RIP next season. It's crazy. We are in a bad spot, and I really think we need, like, in a way, I'll be honest with you guys. I feel like if we go to the playoffs, I feel like no changes are going to be made to the front office structure. Like, I feel like a change has to be made, whether it's Howie, whether it's Doug, like whether it's who knows, but a change has to be made. We don't have we just don't have the right personnel in place. How about my man Greg Ward Jr.? He had a good game. He's just to me, he's okay. I think Greg Ward's okay. That's really all I think he is. Let's be honest, Wentz is done here. It's something about Hurts starting that brings excitement. Wentz may be better, but Hurts uplifts and hypes the whole team from what I see. Yeah, he's given us that spark. The team fights harder for him, and it's crazy. Doug won a Super Bowl. He isn't the problem. It's the organization. You let go of Andy Reid too. That wasn't Doug's fault. See, we got people saying, it's Doug's fault. Then we got people saying it's Carson's fault. Then we got people saying it's the O-line, the deep. Look, overall, it is the organization. Like, this organization from top to bottom, like, needs some changes. They need some changes. They're just as open for Wentz. He will not throw it. How about my guy Greg Ward Jr.? Jalen, because of his history, is tough mentality a must. I like. It's crazy. Like, both of these quarterbacks today, they were talking about it like their stories, playing at Oklahoma, being transfers, and just fighting. Like, I feel like Jalen Hurts has been doubted for a while, and it's nice to see. You know, he keeps his head down, he goes to work. Wentz with a historically bad season does not get to whine about being the backup. Yeah, I hear you. I don't like that at all. In my opinion, I think that Wentz, I feel like his mechanics were bad from day one this season. And I feel like everything around him just got bad and the play calling was atrocious. And I feel like everything had a part in it. And I feel like Wentz slowly but surely, like his mechanics were off. He wasn't making the throws he needed to, wasn't seeing the field. And then after that, it's his decision making. Like it just got to a point where it's like he can't play anymore. He can't do it anymore. So I think he needs a change of scenery. I can't wait for next year. Tank for Jamar Chase and get Brandon Brooks back. Jalen Hurts will go off. The Eagles hire a new OC, new DC, and get some fresh bodies. I think next year could be special. The way I'm looking at it might be depending on this young core, because I wanted to see more Travis and Quez Watkins. I want to see these guys playing. If they can show up, maybe we can do something next year. But if not, maybe it'll be a 2-year process. Who knows? But man, I mean, this division is bad. If Wentz wants to start, he needs to play like a starter. Simple as that. I'm cool with Carson saying that nobody wants to be a backup with his potential. Carson is butthurt that Hurts is just better than him, and he knows he can't beat him out. Maybe don't play like the worst quarterback in the league, and he wouldn't be in the situation. His job to lose. So we got a bunch of different opinions in here, man. We got a bunch of different thoughts. Rick Bennett, my guy, says from John Clark, Jalen Hurts is the first player in history with 500 pass yards and 150 rush yards in his first 2 career starts. There you go. If you did not see him personally say that, then it's just fake news. I don't know because, if it came from one of these lower reporters, maybe. But this was from Adam Schefter, so who knows? I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's not. If anything, it's probably his agent talking because he wants him to go play somewhere. Carson thought he was Aaron Rodgers. I'll be honest. I thought Carson was Aaron Rodgers. I thought he was. Like, I just feel like Carson has, in my opinion, my personal opinion, I feel like the couple injuries have really taken a hit on his body. And I feel like, again, he had bad mechanics. The organization has done him bad. And overall, it just doesn't seem like a good fit. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a good fit for him in this offense. And I think over time, everything just wore down on him. And he gained weight. And they try to make him just a strict pocket passer. And it's not going to work. 401 yards for Jalen. Eagles, $65 million over the cap. I understand Carson not wanting to be a backup, but Carson feels pretty entitled, like he thinks he deserves it, which he doesn't because he's been playing like trash. Everyone is replaceable. That's a good take. Nobody's job is safe. Burgang AZ, appreciate you, my guy. Says, as a Cards fan, good game. Hurts is the real deal. Good game. Between Sam Bradford and Wentz, Philly has had some really entitled quarterbacks. Sammy Sleeves, man. Sammy Sleeves. Barnett is a disaster. My goodness, he was horrible. I feel like this organization has not drafted well at all. Really. Man. I'm late to the show. Who's your pick for quarterback going forward and why? What's going on? I think this is Jalen Hurts' job to lose. I don't think Wentz is the right fit anymore with this team. And it is what it is. So where would you rank Miles Sanders in the top 10? I don't know if he's in the top 10 now because he hasn't been utilized to his full potential, but he's got to be around that range. And if we use him the right way, he could be, honestly, a top 5 back, in my opinion. Top 7 at least. Who do you think will be fired by the end of the season? If it's on me, I feel like the first person to go is going to be Howie. I hope so. That's really it. That's really it. We need a bruiser in the backfield. Keep Miles for your every down running back, but have a player like LeGarrette Blount, but someone similar, and we'll have a nasty running back core. I agree. I don't know what happened to Jordan Howard if he's even on this team. But hey, shout out to everyone, man. We're going to keep going for like 20 more minutes. We got 180 still up in here. And guys, hit that like button. It helps push this content out. Hit the subscribe. See how many likes we're at, man. Everybody hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 6K subs. We do Eagles, Sixers. We got 144 likes. Let's get this to 150, man. Shout out to everybody. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Because I feel like this game was more about than I feel like what we took away from this game was more about than what we just saw today. Like, it's the future going forward. Barring a miracle, this team's season is probably over, and we're going to have to make some tough decisions. So, let me know your guys' thoughts. I don't think they're going to fire Howie. They should, but I don't think they will. Even if they move Howie to some other role in the organization, like, just don't give him the drafting ability, please. Philly sports are cursed. Been cursed since 1980 when 1 out of 4 teams lost. They've been cursed ever since. Hire Jim Harbaugh. I want Carson off this team. Hurts is the future. Goddard has avocado hands. Never got Jalen Hurts a D-Hop or OBJ, but he threw for 300 yards. Well, he has a point. Wentz equals Al Horford 2.0. Stock price after today so low you can't give him away. Yeah, and Al's doing great now in his new team. You say they did Carson wrong, but Jalen making lemonade out of the same stuff Carson was dealing with. Look, I agree with that. That's a good point. I'm just saying, yes, Carson was not playing well this season. And I'm also saying that the organization over the years, I don't think has done everything they needed to for him. So I think both have fault. And Doug Peterson as well has coached not good this year. Sorry. Just the truth. But again, I mean, we got a coach who comes into the seat. I really think I've been saying this for weeks. And if it happens, well, you heard it here first. Again, there is a disconnect. Could you imagine if Doug Peterson stepped down after the season and left? I honestly think it could happen because I don't think him and the organization are seeing eye to eye. I think Doug wants the Bill Belichick ability. I think he wants to be the GM, bring in his own players, do this and do that. And it's like, I feel like Jeffrey's just telling him to go coach, honestly. That's how I'm feeling because he literally, again, Doug wanted his men back last year. And he said they were going to be back. And then they were fired the next day. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think the Eagles should have gotten close to the end zone and out of bounds before throwing a Hail Mary. I think they would have had a better chance. I hear you, but at the same time, I feel like it would have took some of the clock up. And then what if you don't get out of bounds? So I'm fine with the 2 Hail Marys, but I respect your opinion. And again, we got a lot of different people up in here with different opinions, but we respect everybody as long as you come and bring some valid reason. And that's all we ask for. Come in, give your takes, and do what you got to do. And be respectful. Eagles Nation, get ready for me. Oh my gosh. Please, no. No. Please, no. If Adam Gase was to ever get hired by the Eagles, I am leaving this team. Adam Gase should never get a job again in the NFL. I mean, he's bad. He is bad. Thoughts on Kavon Wallace? He stepped up, man. I liked Kavon today. Jalen Mills had a couple nice plays. Michael Jacquet. I liked what I saw out of some of them for what they could do. You know what I mean? They're going up against a great core. So Kavon played well. Thought he covered nice over the middle of the field. I could have made a better scheme than Jim Schwartz. The biggest change that needs to be made is Howie Roseman, but it's probably not happening. Look, I just don't see how you can have a season like this where it is if the Eagles just push a couple buttons right, I mean, we win this division. Like, how can Jeffrey Lurie, not go into some of the games? Like, how can he be that displeasured and not make a move? You know what I mean? I feel like something has to come. If Jaquette and Coleman turn their head around on those 2 Cardinals touchdowns or even one, we win. Yeah, that's a thing. They played hard. They did what they could, but they got to turn around on that. I agree. And Nickel Roby-Coleman has been a disappointment to me too, honestly. Even though Eagles lost, I'm still proud of Jalen Hurts. 3 people I don't want to see in the Eagles uni next year. Djax, Peters, and Wentz, they all make our team worse. Keep adding to the list, man. Keep adding. Peterson was Kyle Lowry levels of annoying with all the complaining today. Oh, my gosh. I mean, he got so mad on that last one. He thought it was offensive PI. He got called, I think, 4 times, which is crazy. Every time Doug sets a screen, I feel a piece of me die. Oh, that's another thing. It's crazy how much we could talk about this game, and I didn't even mention that. There was a 3rd and 6 early in this game. I forget when it was, but Doug called a screen. Doug, as my guy DJ Eastwood says, Doug Screenerson, and he called a screen, and it got blown out of proportion. Now, we had a couple screens that did work on the right situations, the right plays, the right timing, but I don't understand some of the play. It was almost like he was trying to limit Jalen early, like by his play calling, and they just let him expand and just kept going downfield 20 yards, and it was crazy. Elliott's better at punter than kicker, and he is a kicker. That's what I'm saying. Honestly. Maybe that's why we paid Jake Elliott. He could still be Aaron Rodgers or even better. We'll see. Depends where he goes. Let's keep in mind Hurts went to Alabama and Oklahoma, 2 pro-style teams who expect to win. Hurts has ice in his blood. Wentz, North Dakota State. I'm not going to say that either one of them aren't a winner because I like both of their energy. I just feel like the guys around Hurts have played harder, honestly. What's going on? Sam says, proud of the effort of our Birds. Meaningless game, but beat them Cowboys next week anyway. No doubt about it. And anytime we play the Cowboys, we got to stomp them. Philly fan 21, what's up? RB Hurts is playing great. It looks like he's going to be the guy for our franchise. It's just going to hurt when Wentz ends up going. He was and still is low-key my favorite player. Philly fan, I hear you, my guy. Look, people in this chat, they know I've been a Carson supporter since the day the man was drafted. I try to come to his rescue, but man, it stings. It hurts, no pun intended. But at the end of the day, I mean, I still believe in the talent of Wentz. Like, I feel like he can be a serviceable quarterback and win games, but it's not going to be here. And it is going to suck when he goes. But, I'm rooting for Jalen. I'm rooting for whoever is the quarterback of my team on a given Sunday. It is what it is. That's just how I'm feeling about it. Carson Wentz equals Ben Simmons, both the biggest hated on and work hard. Jeff Lurie said Howie's job was safe next year. Man, I hope not. I'm ready for next season. We've been playing much better football. Hurts made Alshon, who looks like he's been eating donuts in the locker room, look like a stud wideout today. Imagine that. Package Alshon up with Wentz and get them out of here. Yeah, you know what? Like, again, though, and this is where I do got it. I'm telling you, like, from what I've seen, like, I tweeted out during the game. I'm like, there is no way Alshon ever makes that one catch. It was near the sideline, and he went down and caught it. I'm like, he never makes that catch under Wentz. Never plays that hard. It's crazy. From NBC Sports Philly, Jeff Lurie hasn't even contemplated firing Howie per report. It stings. I believe Carson's injuries had the same psychological effects on him as a boxer who's been knocked out several times and is indecisive about throwing his punches. Good point. I feel like it's his mechanics, decisiveness, it all comes together, really. Honestly. Damn, you were close. Hurts may really be your guy moving forward. Scary to think about as a fan of a divisional foe. Well, there you go. I mean, we got so many different opinions about it. It's crazy. It really is. It really is. I mean, you look at this game, like equal drives. Cardinals had more yards and everything. And Eagles went 3 for 4 in a red zone. I don't know that last time that happened. Man, we were outscored 16-0 in the first quarter. We come back with 20 points in the second. It's crazy. Hurts played well. The Philly defense is why the Eagles lost. Eagles aren't that bad. You're just overthinking and expect the Super Bowl every year. That's not even logical. Well, I know for one thing, in this division, I would have expected us to win it and become the first team to repeat since 2004, honestly. What if we got a new owner? Yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of hard to do. Who misses more, Jake Elliott or Howie Roseman? That's a good one. That's a good one. West New England Sports Radio, we're talking about the possibility after the New England-Miami game. Who knows? 49ers Faithful says, we will gladly take Wentz. Hurts just played good. You have to keep this guy, man. Aqib Talib should never commentate a game a day in his life. I agree. Philly Shad, what's going on, my guy? Shout out to the members in the building. Says, what's good, RB? Very enjoyable game, all in all. Just sucks that we couldn't pull it out. What's our draft position at this current moment? At this current moment, I believe we are at number 8. Now, if we didn't win last week, we would be at, I think, like 5 at this point. But I think we're at 8, and who knows what's going to happen. It's just crazy, man. Like, we are in a top 10 pick, and we can also still mathematically win the division. That's crazy. That was Jalen Hurts' 6th loss in 5 years, LOL. He's been around to some winning organizations, that's for sure. I hope Niners get Wentz. I think he would flourish under Shanahan. Who should the Eagles go for in a draft? Just keep in mind, anything you say, Howie will probably pick the opposite. Man, I just want an impact player. And I don't care what position it is. I'm tired of us hitting on guys that don't do anything. Like, we need a game changer. How about that Jalen Hurts run touchdown? Yeah. In my opinion, I think that Jalen Hurts kind of bailed Doug out on that for going for it, but it looked good. We're in last place in the worst division of football. No way we're that bad. Carson played us out of contention. Again, I think it's just this team is just bad, but oh man. Hi, RB. Feel like Alshon had a good game, to be honest. He did, but he played different. He just played different for this team. But oh man. Jalen Hurts is a game changer. We played good even though we lost. Yeah, I hear you. But, hey, we got 155 up in here. We'll be on for like a couple more minutes. Overall, my overall take on this game is just, again, this was one of the most exciting games of the year, even though we lost, because we played with heart and we did what we could. We fought. I think Doug still made some bad calls. I think that Hurts took a couple bad sacks. I think that this team played around him better. I think our defense tried, but they just did not have enough talent to go up against D-Hop and go up against Christian Kirk and Larry Fitz and Kenyon Drake and Kyler Murray. It's just it's unfortunate. And we were still in a game, and I thought somehow, some way we were gonna, pull this out. My heart was beating. It was tense, but at least we saw some fight and we saw some promise from some young guys. That's really, it is what it is. We got to hope that the Giants lose tonight And I think Washington has to lose next week against the Panthers. And then the Giants have to lose next week against Baltimore. Now, if that happens, who knows? Who really, again, unless it were to come down to the last week and we're playing Washington somehow for this division, we'll see what happens. But, man, it's been a very wild year and a very wild season. I'll say that. And I think these last couple games, we just got to evaluate what we have going forward. That's what I'm looking forward to. Jalen Hurts reminds me of Dak a lot. Whole team is bad. We have too many old players. A crazy, stupid idea. Wentz to Detroit for 20 mil of the 34 and for a first round, second round, top 30 pick and a fifth from the Lions. Eagles paid a 20 salary for 1 year. You think they would do that, though? I don't know. Things Alshon did, Fulgham could have did, I just don't understand. I don't either. I will not understand it, and they just want to justify these contracts. It's crazy. Looks like all the Eagles are playing for Jalen. They were not playing for Wentz. I remember when Wentz first started, he had all type of hype. Few bad seasons, people are ready to drop him. That's Philly for you. Philly props, respect, Cards fan here. Appreciate you, Brian Hamilton. Shout out to you. Andy and Wentz are basically clones. Hi, Doug. Can you comment on report that Carson Wentz wants to be traded? Hey, we'll do this and then we'll hop out of here. Look, Doug's going to come out to the press conference. He's going to say, Carson is a part of this football team, and Jalen Hurts has been playing well. And, I haven't heard anything of that nature. Carson's a good guy. He's a locker room guy. And, we're going to go with the best option moving forward. And, man, we fought hard today. Jalen Hurts, I think he played all right today. And we gotta move forward, and we gotta make adjustments. And it starts with me. It starts with the coaching and the players, and we just gotta execute better. But I haven't heard anything of that nature. He's not gonna answer. They're gonna ask Hurts about it. They'll ask Doug, but who knows? Quez is fast, though. He was lightning fast. I liked what I saw from Quez. I do. Did you see the thing that Hopkins said? That said Hopkins got more receiving yards than our top three. Exactly. And we took Travis out when he was on a roll. It's crazy. Philly says spot on with the Doug impersonation. You already know it's coming, man. It's already coming. I thought, Doug had pulled us out of the hole this past couple years, and I thought it was coming again, but this kind of seems to be the turning point. You know what I mean? So who knows, man? Last one. Would you rather have a high draft pick or be in the playoffs? Also, what would have to go down for us to get in the playoffs? In my opinion, if you can get there and win, you do. But our team is so banged up. I just don't know. I'd rather have a top 10 pick if we're going to be this hurt, in my opinion. And for us to get in the playoffs, I think Washington has to lose next week. Giants have to lose tonight and next week. Dallas has to lose. And I think we got to beat Washington in the last week. Something like that. So it's going to be hard. Barring a miracle, this team will be done. Philadelphia Eagles lose to the Cardinals 33-26. Eagles fall to 4-9-1. And man, oh man, what a crazy season. What a crazy season. We'll see what happens. A lot of changes to be made moving forward. Somehow we're still in it mathematically, but it's going to take a lot. We've seen crazier things before. But man, hey, it is what it is. At least we got to see an exciting and enticing game tonight. We'll go see what happens with the Giants. Probably going to go watch that now. You guys have a great rest of your night. Everybody hit that like on your way out. Helps the channel. Hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. We will be live on Wednesday for the Sixers play-by-play season opener. Hope to see everybody there. You guys have a great night. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.